welcome back to Wario Land 4 with Digi and Davoo.
Right, this might be the
Fight a
finale.
cat
Gosh,
Yeah.
his hat looks like his ears still with this sprite. It's almost the same yellows.
Yeah.
Okay. Might as well just move on to, like, what are these other topics? Me shaving too aggressively.
You cut your face.
Yeah, I have, like, this scab on
Why
my...
do you shave so aggressively?
Because I don't want hair on my face.
Yeah,
That's
but
not where
you
it
don't
belongs.
need to apply pressure at all to shave. You could just, like, lightly, genteelly hold the thing, and
Yeah.
it's a fucking razor. It does its job.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty recent to using actual razors. I was just using electric ones, but then I'm like, it doesn't work enough. Well, that's that topic. I just have this unsightly scab on my lip, my upper lip. It doesn't hurt. It just looks terrible. Let's see.
There we go.
I did the shade drive.
Whoa. The shade drive.
That's what I call
You
it.
drove a car
I
for the
drove-
first time in a little while.
Yeah, because I don't have a car here. All the cars you guys have are nice, so you don't want to let anyone drive them. Understandably, I would not want to. I would be nervous.
Yeah.
Driving a nice car. But yeah, Shade got rear-ended by someone. So
Yeah, like
a month ago.
Yeah, like a month ago, Shade's car got wrecked when he was coming into the driveway by some guy.
Who wasn't paying attention, yeah.
Yeah, and
so the dude's covering all the costs.
yeah, and he's been driving a
Rental.
rental this whole time. So
Right.
today,
He needed to. I
Whoa,
was the only one.
whoa.
I guess I was the only other person in the house
Uh-huh.
at the time. He's like, "Hey, I need to go take the rental to get my actual car. Then both cars need to be driven back to here."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, sweet, a chance for me to drive." I'm excited because I need to not forget how to drive.
retain the skill.
Yeah,
So it's basically like a bike. You
yeah,
won't forget.
it's pretty easy. I almost forgot, you know.
Pretty intuitive.
I just after like 2 months of just riding in all these really nice cars, I'm just like it's one of those things where I sort of like psych myself into doubting my own ability. But no,
Right.
driving is super easy. This city is super easy to drive in.
Yeah.
That I have always observed and known. All the roads are nice and wide and spacious, and there aren't any like scary turns to make.
Yeah.
Traffic is nice most of the time, you know.
It's all right.
So you know that was good.
Depends on the time of day. You drive during rush hour, it can be a little bit of a huge nightmare.
A little bit of a huge nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this boss is freaky.
Yes.
Didn't make any comments about that yet, because I guess this art style is par for the course. But this is like part bat, part dog.
It's
part...
a cat bat.
Yeah, I was gonna say cat, but like.
It said cat bat on the
Oh
door.
really? Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cat bat.
driving. You know, I've mostly only driven minivans because that's all my family has. Because that just
Right.
that's only the second time I've actually driven a car. The previous time being my grandma's car for like 10 minutes. Driving. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you know, driving. What I like about it is it's like one of the only things that like forces me to relax and like chill out.
Fucking did it. I only got hit once.
Oh.
Is that really it? That was a little bitch. I don't know
Yeah.
if that was the actual final boss though.
Wario's nose. It's very funny.
Depending on if this is the end of the game, we're just gonna tack this onto the previous episode because it's only been 4 minutes.
Right. Oh, this
But
looks
we'll find
pretty ominous.
Well, I mean, this is just lighting up the.
Oh yeah, I remember there's another boss where you save the princess or something, where you save a girl or something, right?
I don't know. I mean, I'm about to go into the center
Man,
pyramid.
this is so 60s. I don't know if we pointed that out before, but...
Alright, here we go. Ta-doosh. Maybe there's another level set in there? I have no idea. Oh yeah, okay, there's a little bit more. There's a level and a boss. So
Okay. Well.
if I lose on this level, this could actually not be the last episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's immediately
Oh.
timed. Well,
Fine.
I've got 10 minutes to do it, so...
I like how you round that up. That's being optimistic. But yeah, driving. Like, all of my weird personality quirks are subdued, you know, when I'm driving, because I actually can't be a weird person anymore. I have to be a normal person, so it forces me, you know? It's like, it's almost like for a brief moment not being a millennial, you know? Because I actually have to be responsible for something.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a rental car. So that's good.
A rental car that's not in your name.
Right.
At that.
So, And you know, it's funny because I am pretty confident that I'm pretty good at dealing with driving situations under pressure, but I'm just one to like assume that I'm not going to be good. But then when I actually
always
get it,
a good.
right,
My mentality is like, always assume the worst and hope for the best.
right, because every time I've been in like a slightly perilous situation, I've handled it perfectly. Let me see. Like, sometimes just like getting onto the freeway and like being really tight.
Yeah.
And like, oh wow, I handled that perfectly. I didn't panic.
That's something really tight for you.
Yeah. Then one time, driving a minivan, doing work, like just by myself, going around cleaning gutters, it starts to rain, it starts to pour, so I have to drive back home, and it's like an hour to get back home. On the highway, in a minivan, this van is like 1992, by the way, it's old. It died at one point, it just randomly died at one point, but this is before it died. Driving, downpouring rain, on the freeway, 70 miles an hour, windshield wipers slide off.
Oh.
Both of them. Just they're furiously wiping the water off, and they just, it's like if you were to, like, had gloves on and you just kept waving your hands and they slowly slipped off of your hands until they just flew off.
Your hands slipped off of your hands?
So like I'm in like a 5-lane highway and it's like banked right now. Like it's like I'm in like the triangle area, and like I'm like I think I'm a couple of lanes away from the corners, I think. Maybe I'm in the corner, I don't even remember, but I'm like, oh, okay. And I managed to get off, I managed to like, I don't actually remember what I did, but I survived just fine. I waited for the rain to stop somewhere.
Like you said, you managed to get off.
Right, even though I was tight.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, more interestingly and more recently, a couple, like earlier this year, I'm driving, like on this little road that like is away from the house. It's like a 45 to 55 mile an hour road. It's kind of out of the way, You're not normally gonna see another car there most of the time. And it was a car that was on the wrong lane. Like, it's one of those, like, you're going this way, the other one's going that way.
Yeah.
They were on the one that's supposed to be going the other way, heading right for me, nonchalantly. And I'm like, oh, hit the brake. And then eventually I see it's like some black woman, and she goes, I see her like put her hand over her mouth and she like swerves. And then I'm like, oh hey, I did it. I didn't like hit the accelerator or something, or like die or like panic out. No, I just hit the brake. I was totally like nonchalant about it. Like I was just like, yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah,
so, like,
I lived. Whatever. Yeah. It's no big deal.
My only regret was not honking at them like they deserved.
Yeah. I regret every day. I feel like something happens that I regret not honking about, because I'm just not fast enough to like. I don't react. Like I react fast enough to be scared, but not fast enough to get mad.
Right. Well, I got my chance because it happened again in like the exact same place. The exact same thing happened in like pretty much the exact same spot of the exact same road. A car heading right for me. Now this one was like a more old vehicle. Like the previous one was like a Jeep or something. But this one's like an old vehicle. It's all black, tinted windows, can't see inside. And unlike the other one, didn't seem to show any signs of hesitation. Like it seemed like it may have been an assassin, like a suicide. Like I'm gonna crash right into him.
Yeah.
Hit the brakes, honked this time. See, I'm learning this one step at a time. This time I honked, and like they turned away at the last second. Like not the last second, but it didn't seem like a panicked turn, right? It seemed like a, all right, I'm gonna do it now. I turn. It just seemed like the assassin had second
I guess I'll
thoughts at the
spare you
last
if you're
minute.
gonna be a bitch about it. I'll dive out of the Professor
And again,
guy.
and again, 45 miles an hour, maybe 55 miles an hour, two large vehicles. That would have been a direct collision. I probably, in both cases, might have been able to make it happen if I knew it was going to and wanted it to happen and wanted to, and wanted to accelerate. So yeah. So that gave me confidence that I can do driving well. I mean, like, early on, sometimes I screwed up a little bit, didn't park well, or, I mean, one time I drove off on, like, the wrong side of the road, because there was no one on the road and I wasn't paying enough attention to the signs, to the signs, but, I recovered, didn't get caught, which was good,
Yeah, fuck the police.
Yeah. But yeah, so, like, those two incidents, gave me confidence because I was just so controlled. I was so in control when it happened. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be overconfident.
Right. I'm not overconfident at all. My parents are very confident drivers. Like, they're very, like, focused, paying attention, no nonsense, you know? But not like tense. They're just, like, good. They're just good driving.
It's just good.
It's good, okay? Let's see.
It's good. It's good.
It's
It
good.
feels really good when I fucking kick him in the shit! Am I meant to be going backwards or forwards? I really don't know.
Let's see, my notes here. Biorhythms. That's a thing you brought up one time.
And therefore you must have a vested and continued interest in it.
No, I just wrote it down.
I mean, I'm interested in biorhythms, but I don't know if you have any, like, context for that.
I don't know. But you were just saying, like, within a week or two after RadCon ended, you were like, you know, like, the difference between me and you and Ben is, like, our biorhythms. Like,
Yeah.
Ben is more slow, and, like, I'm medium and you're fast.
No. I'm medium. You're fast.
I was putting words in your mouth there. I was
Okay.
speaking your words.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem to think and operate with a level of speed that is not like many I've seen before.
I guess. See, this is what's interesting about, like, the way that a person can see themselves versus the way other people would see them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's not something about myself I've ever, like, thought of.
Well, you have to compare yourself to somebody else to make that
Yeah,
comparison.
and I
Like,
guess most people feel slow to me, I guess.
Yeah, like if you wouldn't feel fast, it's just your natural speed. But if other people don't seem to operate the same way you do, then, you know.
Yeah. Like, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I made this, like, image macro, which is, like, characters in fiction or in real life people who are just like you, if, like different universe versions of you, right?
Yeah.
And, like, because the reason I did that is because I've never been able to make a list of characters who I relate to, or, like, characters who are, like, just like me. Because I always am stuck up on, like, something that is, like, I feel fundamentally different, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So, like, the point of this image macro is that, like, you say, this is me if, and you show their image, and then you go, if such and such were different about me, you know? Like,
Right.
if I had lived a different life, or if my nature were different in this way, you know? And, you know, like, when you make that for yourself, it's going to be different than how other people would describe you, because different features of yourself, like, are outstanding to you.
Yeah.
Not, like, outstanding, I'm, like,
Yeah,
features
I
that
know what
stand
you mean.
out, you know? Yeah. I forgot, you're a writer, so you would
I'm
know
a
what I
writer.
mean by the word outstanding, yes.
How did I do this the first time?
Like, I remember, my friend who, like watched Log Horizon because I was talking about how you were talking about it, and then watched it before I watched it, just a couple of years ago, and she was like, oh man, there's one character in Log Horizon who I totally relate to. And I'm like, okay, I'll find out who that is. And, like, the character who she reminds me of the most is Satsuki, because, I'm sorry, Satsuki, I just watched Kill la Kill, excuse me. Oh god, wrong character, wrong name, wrong Japanese name. Who's the freaking purple ninja one?
Akatsuki.
Akatsuki, yeah. I get all my Tsukis mixed up. Akatsuki. And she's all, like, deadpan, because my friend, I would describe as pretty deadpan, right?
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know, you haven't met her, but she's like, why'd I ask you? You haven't met her. But anyway, she's like, I consider her to be, like, someone who has deadpan reactions, but then when I brought that up, she's like, what? I'm not like Akatsuki at all. And I'm like, who do you relate to? She's like, that one. And I'm like, you mean like the one who's just like a normal girl? Oh.
Which one?
The one who's like sort of the girlfriend of the guy who was an NPC but became an adventurer.
Oh, the girl who's a bard?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm like, huh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I can easily see why she'd be the most relatable, because she is in fact just the most, like, normal human being person, like
in that show,
the least anime character of them all. She's just kind of a normal girl.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, for me, I feel like I have a hard time thinking that any character I relate to at all. I never felt like it even happened at all until, like, a couple of years ago. As a kid, I always felt like I don't relate to any characters ever. None of them do anything like how I would do it, right?
Right.
But then, like, I hear you talk about characters that you relate to. I feel like your parameters, your definition of relating to a character is different.
Could be.
I feel like I relate to characters where if I were in the same situation as them, I would do roughly what they do. And I just feel like that never happens, you know?
Yeah, that's different to me because, like, I mean, that would always be the case if you were, like...
I disagree. I know what... I've heard you say this before, but I don't think that is the case at all.
Well, I mean, if you are literally the character, then you're gonna always make those decisions.
Like, a lot of situations that a character can be in are, like, things that, like, were put upon them. Like, you know, situations that they could also... that I could be in, that my character could be in, but I would react differently. And what I'm saying is that, like, characters, like... Even if I lived a life so similar to theirs, like, through circumstance, I still feel like the way that they behave is foreign to me.
Here comes the final boss. Golden Diva.
Oh,
We're doing this shit, dog. We're fucking doing it. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's probably gonna be scary. Yeah, I don't know. To me, a character I relate to is one that has a similar personality or says things I would say, is more like it.
Yeah, says things I would say would... I don't know if I know any characters who says things I would say.
Like, when I did... describe yourself in 3 characters, which was a Twitter thing that was going around a couple months ago.
Right.
Like, the 3 I picked are all very similar characters who are just, like, outspoken and unapologetic and passionate and, like, nerds, you know?
I see.
So it's like, one of them was Madarame from Genshiken, who is... He's like the power otaku, the one who, like, you know, constantly is giving speeches about, like, about, like, the passion of being an otaku and stuff like that, and he sort of runs the club that the characters are in, and he's just, like, yeah, he's just really passionate about being an anime fan, so it's, like, pretty obvious connection to me, but just the way he expresses his fandom is very much like how I act, you know? And so, like, he, you know, when I watched the show, I, like, what is this? What the fuck is happening?
He's trying to waste your time.
I don't even begin to understand this. This is just a nightmare. This is a literal fucking nightmare.
Did you notice that the cat showed up and was, like, eaten by her?
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
Vacuumed into her mouth.
I can't hurt the face. I can't touch the face.
Guess you gotta aim for the fan.
Yeah, but how? I can't reach that high.
Well then.
Maybe it'll... No?
But yeah, like, as a kid, I thought, like, maybe I'm just, like, it's just because I'm really weird as a person, I don't relate to characters, like, but, I don't know, now I'm thinking maybe I just have weird standards or something.
Could be. Yeah, aside from Madarame, the other ones I picked, Eiji Nizuma from Bakuman, who's a guy who just works constantly, and he's, like, naturally amazing at, like...
Yeah, I totally relate to that, he's so amazing.
Yeah, well, he, like, his thing is that he... Like, all he does is draw manga and be, like, the best, the coolest guy.
And
That's
me. Afraid
me.
of anything.
Yeah. What the fuck do I do here? I don't get it. It doesn't even hurt me. It just fucking does weird shit. What is this? I don't understand.
Maybe investigate the one slot that doesn't have a treasure chest in it. I don't know. Maybe that helps.
Well, the treasure will start going away when I start... Like, that's a time thing. Like, every boss has a certain number of treasures, and as time goes down, the treasures will start disappearing.
Oh.
But, like, I mean, the fan seems like an obvious weak point, but nothing about the face shit seems to correlate to it. Maybe I need to get captured right under the fan? Maybe that'll help somehow? No? I am so fucking lost.
Are there any buttons you can push when captured?
No. I'm just, like, totally fucking stuck. Can I? No, I can't even do an attack when I stop being captured.
Well then.
I don't get it. I don't get it! I don't get it!
I don't get it, not one bit.
This is fucking mind-numbing. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, we're looking it up. How?
Okay, we're still looking it up.
How to beat Wario Land 4 final boss. Okay.
It's gonna be surreal watching them do it. That's how it always is for me.
Oh, do I need... Oh, what? Do I need to buy something? Whoa, what the fuck?
I guess you just gotta go start buying some stuff. This boss gets really freaky.
Okay, he's just jumping on the faces. I thought I tried that, but it didn't work.
Well then.
Oh, well.
Well then.
Well, alright, sure. If it's just that, now it's suddenly the easiest boss in the world. I'm already way out of time, so I'm definitely gonna lose. I can't restart. Well, what were we talking about? Characters
character
we relate
relations,
to?
yeah.
Character relations.
Yeah, I noticed. I somehow said the word relations.
Yeah, and then my third guy on the thing was Gintoki from Gintama, because he's like a weird lazy asshole, and I love him. The moment I've said this before, that like because Gintama gets off to a kind of a slow start. It doesn't start off as amazing as it will eventually be, you know, on a consistent level. And what the there's like all kinds of shit with this boss. So the episode that first sold me on the show is like episode 5, where Gintoki gets into a sword duel with the leader of the Shinsengumi. It's like the police force, basically. And Gintoki uses a wooden sword, right? And so he challenges him to a wooden sword duel. Oh god, that blew up fast. What the fuck? There was a black duck in there. This is such a mind-numbing clusterfuck right now.
Yep.
Anyways, he challenges the Shinsengumi leader to a sword duel, and he provides them both with wooden swords. And then their swords clash, and Gintoki beats him because his sword breaks in two, the other guy's. And then it turns out that Gintoki had sat up all night filing that sword down, like he filed through the center so that it would look complete, but then when you tried to use it, it would break. So he cheated.
Fascinating.
And then he brags about cheating. Like, he thinks it's hilarious that he cheated. This is the good guy of the show, the main character.
Yeah.
And everyone else is just like absolutely disgusted with his actions. And he thinks it, and I was like, that's totally what I would do. I would cheat. I will absolutely cheat and make it out like I'm still the good guy.
Yeah.
That's my style. What the fuck do I need to do with this hammer? Do I need to make it fall on its head?
That's gonna be some hard timing.
Oh god.
All right, new topic.
There's no way. It didn't even work.
Buying lots of food.
Yeah, how'd that treat you?
It hasn't actually gone that well. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I've been eating like very consistent food, just like... Wait, did I describe this in the previous Let's Play session? I don't think I did. I think I've just thought about talking about this many times. Pretty much all I've been eating...
What the fuck do I do with the hammer?
...is I just cook some chicken, right? Be it thighs, be it chicken thigh or chicken breast, on a skillet. And I use a little bit of butter, but mostly water, right? That's how I cook it. And I put some scallions, or green onions as they're actually called, on there.
Oh, I needed it to fall on myself! Oh my god! Well, at least we'll know next time.
Yeah, so I'm cooking the chicken, cooking some scallions, put in some mushrooms, and then toward the end, like right before the end, put on a bunch of spinach so that the spinach can get all like warm. And then maybe I'll have like an avocado and I'll put that on. Maybe I'll like toast some bread and make it a sandwich. And that's just been like almost all I've eaten for like a month or so. And it's been great. Like, I don't get tired of it. My standards for variety are lower than yours.
Right.
I guess like a lot lower. And it's a nice convenient way to know exactly what I'm eating all the time, you know? But the only downside is that I have to go and buy more food like all the time because all that runs out fast.
It's all quickly perishable food, so you have to eat it fast, and you can't like stock up on it.
You can't stock up on it.
You can't just buy like 4 things of chicken breast, and
Right.
I mean, if you do, you have to freeze them, and then you have to thaw them when you want to eat them, and it's a pain in the ass.
Right. So so I'm like, okay, I felt bad content like every 3 days. It felt like going to the store, So I'm like, all right, this time I'm gonna spend a lot of money, gonna buy a lot of non-perishable food, And my idea was that most of the non-perishable food would be still healthy, like frozen vegetables and stuff.
Right.
Some frozen dinners, But so much of the frozen junk food, not junk food, but like just not healthy food, was like on sale. It was like cheaper than usual. And so I kind of got out of hand on that. I bought a shitload of chimichangas and like a bunch of like way more like frozen dinners than I was expecting. So several days of my life were sort of raised by chimichangas. Once again, you're a writer. You know what spelling of raised I'm using, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
R-A-Z-E-D for anyone in our audience.
That wasn't a good word choice, though. More like my days became curmudgeonly and slow feeling because it was just like, they're delicious. Victor is a chimichanga aficionado himself.
He's like obsessed,
right.
Like 50% of everything Victor eats is frozen chimichanga.
Right, and it was like 75%.
And if it's not frozen, then him and Hope also will just like make homemade chimichangas.
Whoa.
He's just way into chimichangas.
Man, homemade chimichangas, that's like a revolution. I hope I never learn how to do it or else I'll be fucked. So, yeah, it was crazy. Just like, wow, I ate one and like, I'm already hungry. I gotta have more because they're great. And I just feel slow. And I kind of got used to it after a couple of days because that's how I felt for most of my life, I guess, just
right.
having that kind of food. But, I finally ran out. I only have one chimichanga left. I'm saving it for like a good time, I guess. And I finally made my normal thing with the chicken again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much energy now. Everything feels great. I can't believe it. I can't believe it actually like makes that much of a difference. Because like as a kid and a teenager, I always there was always a part of me that thought that maybe like people were all full of shit when they described.
That's how I felt my whole fucking life.
Right,
until
like, oh man,
until I started eating healthy, it was
right.
like, oh, it's like a huge difference.
Right, like, oh man, I ate such and such, I felt bad. I'm like, what the heck does what you eat correlate to how you feel? I don't know. I never noticed the difference,
Yeah.
I still kind of feel like that in regards to like how you shit most of the time. Like, oh man, you eat this? Oh, you better go to the bathroom. You're gonna have diarrhea if you go to Taco Bell. I'm like, what you? There's like a part of me that just feels like everyone else is lame but me, But yeah, when I started, eating chicken, you just eat something light, and like my whole body is better. Like I don't even like. There are like it extrapolates off into everything. Like when I was on a chimichanga spur, I was just more easily getting uncomfortable. My back was aching more easily, I guess because I didn't have the energy to like prop my back up correctly,
This is just there's too much. She's just throwing too much shit at me. I can't figure out how to use any of it in time. Oh god, the fucking spikes.
So, yeah, my point is. My whole like buy lots of groceries thing, like it's not a failure. Like I'm gonna keep doing it, but I don't think it's gonna work out that well. Like for one thing, I bought the wrong kind of chicken in regards to freezing chicken, because like that was part of my idea also. Buy lots of chicken and then freeze some of it, right?
Right.
So I finally just today unfreezed some. It smelled like shit.
Oh.
It didn't smell good, so I threw it away. I threw one piece of it away, right? Then I got another one, started cooking that one. Like, these have been thawing for a day or so already, right?
Right.
But, like, it once again started smelling bad. So what I did was, I boiled a bunch of water, and put the boiled water in a pot, and then put the pieces of chicken that I wanted to use in that pot. Because what I felt was that maybe the grossness would leave if I did that, and then cooked it again. And I think it worked, because it didn't smell like shit, so...
shit.
So I think it worked, but the point is it wasn't very comfortable.
Yeah.
I was also dodging Nate's quarantine oil disaster at the same time. Sorry, Ben's, yeah. I get them confused sometimes. I've been getting so emphatic on all of these topics that, like, a lot of my skill has eroded at comprehensiveness and, like, not stuttering. And
you mean
slurring.
comprehensibility.
I knew, but I wasn't able to remember the right word. because I'm so emphatic on all of these topics that I've lost my coherence to some extent.
Can't skip this cutscene.
I got Ben and Nate confused, as you noticed. Yeah. I get Akatsuki and Satsuki mixed up. I get all the mixes upped. So what I need to do is I need to buy chicken that just is already frozen, you know, in a bag. Because you can thaw that out. I have done it. It works.
Yeah.
That is what I will do. But, like, there are just some things that you just have to buy a lot of, you know? I don't know how I can live without green onions now. They're basically my life force along with chicken. And also milk. You know, you can't stock up on milk too much. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I could get away with having 3 gallons at a time.
God damn. I mean, I believe you because you drink a hell of a lot of milk, but...
Yeah. I just don't even know if I'd have room for it. That's kind of the issue. But oh well, I'll figure it out, you know. Yeah. Me and my brother, we've always been big milk people. You see, like my mom, when me and my brother both live in the same house.
For some reason, that feels like something Trump would say to me. Like you know, oh yeah, me and my wife, we're big milk people. You know, we drink lots of milk, like a huge amount of milk. You know, like
yeah.
Like if he was speaking to a milk lobby or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like my mom would just be buying gallons of milk like all the time. When I was like 19, I started becoming lactose intolerant. I would just like have gas all the time from milk. See,
was it like the Holocaust for you? Like,
well, I was just like, it just took me a long time to notice that was the correlation, and I was like, oh, guess I should stop drinking as much milk, and like, that worked. But then at some point I was just like, you know what, fuck it, and then the lactose intolerance went away.
Yeah,
like I developed lactose intolerance at the same age that my dad did, approximately. But then it went away, which I didn't even know was a thing. And I'm like, I just have the greatest body ever. I just, you know, I overcame it. I was intolerant to the intolerance, and now I'm back to normal, and it's great. Because milk is the best.
What the fuck am I doing wrong here?
Milk is the best drink. It's the best beverage.
Yeah.
For most things. Like, I wish, like, if every restaurant had milk, like, predominantly there, like, right next to, like, the sweet iced tea, I would get it most of the time. Because most food, milk goes great with. Hamburgers, Mexican...
I completely disagree, but...
Well, here's the thing. I don't care or don't expect anyone to agree ever. This is just always... Like, most people would not say that at all. I completely know. Milk at a restaurant, if it even exists, I don't know how they cook without it. You get it in those tiny, kitty, overpriced little bottles, right?
Oh, yeah.
I did go through a phase where I would just straight, like, you know what? No fucking around, just gonna buy 2 things of milk every lunch, right?
Uh-huh.
Too expensive, though. You can just have water, you know?
Right.
When we went to that one chicken place, the place with the confusing sides, that were fixins,
yeah.
I got iced tea. I got sweet iced tea there. I think the first time I've ever gotten sweet iced tea. I don't know if I've ever drank sweet iced tea before. Like a whole cup. Because I just like, I want something that isn't water, but I don't want soda. Because soda is gross. I'm glad that I get to feel superior about soda, you know? Like, it's one of those things that people try to not enjoy. Yeah. You know, people like feel bad about. And then, like, I get to be, like, the whole, like, I'm just naturally great in this aspect. I don't even like soda. Makes me feel gross. I don't like the taste. It's the dogs of beverages.
The dogs of beverages.
You know what's interesting is, like, that joke I just made, like, I don't like it, but I knew you would laugh at it. Like, I've gotten a pretty good feel for, like, the type of jokes that I could say that you would like, giggle at. So I've, like, kind of adjusted what I say around you to accommodate for that. It's not
even about, like, whether or not it's a good joke. It's just, like, certain combinations of words might make me laugh because those words were said in that sequence.
Yeah, poopily doopily.
Not that one. That one sounds too much like a Simpsons reference.
I see.
Oh, God.
This is getting intense.
Yeah, this is... I don't, like, what am I gonna do if I run out of fucking...
She's only got, like, a couple hits, though.
Yeah, but
Oh!
What the fuck?
Oh.
Did I do it? I did it! I did it! I beat the game! I'm the best! I'm number one, Wario!
Yes.
And I got all the treasure.
Well, except for one.
That was already missing when you walk in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, baby. Give me all of it. Give me all of it. I know my score overall is not that great, though, because I... Oh, no, the temple's collapsing. I killed the deity, holding it together with my greed. My white guilt. The cat's just riding on my head. Am I, like, freeing it? Was the cat trapped down there?
Yeah, I think like the cat is the girl that you're saving or something. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've read like how the game ends, but I remember it being very misogynistic.
Well, we're gonna find out in a second. The old man's getting out too. Don't leave me with my gold. Yes, my big sack. My Wario.
I love how like every level ends with like the Metroid thing, and yet they're just cutscening the Metroid ending here. You know?
Yes, I'm a Wario with a big penis. Yes.
Oh, nice! It's doing the Castlevania thing, but with a temple.
The
pyramid.
temple fell down, but I got all the gold. I am the Wario with the big penis. Yeah, fuck you and fuck you.
Right, I was like, wait, what is that reminding me of? Right. Oh yeah, here it comes.
Oh.
Oh, you got the best ending.
Oh my god, she's beautiful! I love her! I'm gonna marry her and take her with... Oh, this is perfect. Thank you, Wario. What a hot girl.
Yeah.
She's like entirely different art style from Wario.
Right.
And anything
and
in the game.
I know for a fact if you get a lower score, like she just is like an ugly woman.
Yeah.
And if you get an even lower score, she's like a toddler.
Oh my god, she's literally an angel. She's being carried into heaven. She's so perfect. She was too good for this world. Look at his fucking gormless ass expression. Yeah, he's just got a huge boner now, and he's ready to go.
Like, wait, what's he so mad about, though? He looks mad.
Oh, he looks like he's like, yeah, I'm ready to go now. Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that car.
He's such a pimp.
He is an absolute pimp.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Well, listen to the song. Yeah. Chill pimp.
Oh, it's like synthesized vocals even.
Yeah, on a fucking Game Boy Advance. A console with like a famously bad audio.
Yeah. Yeah, David Wise says that like in certain ways like the GBA is like worse audio than the NES. Like it's harder to work with. And, like he would know because he adapted like Super Nintendo music onto it.
Yeah. I think that's what the second Castlevania game on the GBA was like known for, like managing to get an amazing soundtrack out of the shitty GBA hardware, and that's like one of the things that people always praise it for.
Yeah.
Of course, I probably barely ever had the sound on the GBA growing up. Well, I don't know. I probably had it on.
You know what was
I know a lot
stupid
of
for
GBA
me is I had a Game Boy Advance SP, which for whatever reason doesn't have a headphone jack, so never had a headphone jack.
I mean, I've never used headphones on a portable game
As
system.
soon as I got a DS, I'm like, oh my gosh, headphone jack, and I was like, yeah, I can really absorb the music.
I don't want to hear my game music. Personally, it just drives me insane hearing the same song looped. Though it's funny I say that because I mean.
It depends on the game.
I used to sit with Fire Emblem. It had a like a jukebox mode, like you could go in and listen to all the songs individually.
Right.
And the song "Together We Ride," which is the one that's used in Super Smash Bros. One that goes like. I would sit there and play that song over and over and over again in the jukebox mode.
How many RPGs have you played where like the overworld music and the battle music are like the same? Like if it's only like minor grinding battles, it won't change the music for you? Has that ever been a thing?
Never seen
that. That should totally be a thing.
It should be a thing. I completely agree. Because that's always what makes me turn off the music. Is that like when I was playing Persona 2, for instance, like the Persona games have like the best soundtracks. I fucking adore the soundtracks in Persona. And Persona 2, like I'd get into a dungeon and it would start playing this badass song, and then I'd get into a fight and hear the same fight music again.
Exactly.
And then you leave the fight and the music starts over for the dungeon.
That was like that's like the worst thing about like the original Final Fantasy on NES is like the overworld music is pretty annoying. It's one of the weaker tracks in that game, and that soundtrack is weaker for Final Fantasy, you know?
Right.
But like the thing is, the randomization of getting enemies is not even like good. It's like almost the exact same like amount of steps. So when you're grinding, you will almost every time hear dun 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 dun. It's like almost exactly that amount. Like you're guaranteed to hear dun 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 every time. You almost never hear that much more or that much less of it. And that particular those few bars.
Do what you did again just now. No, the sped up version. Do it again. Do it the way you did the first time.
I kind of realized that was where you were going with that. A few days later, what?
Oh my god, there's a postscript. Oh, hell yeah. It's like Redline or some shit. Fucking pimp-ass mobile. Is that my wife cat?
No, it's a white cat.
I just... no care given to a cat whatsoever, in spite of everything. Steaks. Eat as much as you can for $10. Hell yeah! Ham boys!
Oh, I see. It had to be the text down there because that text was obviously in English, so the Japanese people had to know what it said.
Continue with the save data. Every boss will be revived. Start over and try to get all 12 treasures.
Wario, saying that to himself.
Yeah, well, we did it, everybody. Thanks for watching. That was a longer final episode, but it's all okay.
Yeah, I only got like a fraction of the notes said, like only like less than half. Well, to even get through.
We'll have to get through them in the next game. Whoa!
Yeah.
Whatever that is.